Hi, it's David from 3D Make It. Today we're going to be talking about Eryone Filament. Let's go! So today we're talking about Eryone Filament. You might have seen them on Facebook groups or on Amazon kicking around. They're relatively new to the scene. This is Eryone Black, and I have Eryone Purple Glitter as well. So I want to start with talking about the good. Well, my first print was a Sir Layers-a-Lot. Here he is. He looks great. He's shiny, he's black, and he's everything you would expect. My next print was a Batman. He's a larger bust, but here he is, and he turned out great. And then we move on to things like rockets and a rose. And I happen to have those sitting right here. So, the G-Create rocket. And then I printed a larger rocket. And then I also printed a black rose, which is this guy here. And all of these models were on Thingiverse. And those all came off the black. The last three models I showed you, so the rocket and the rose, were printed with a 0.8mm nozzle, and the other ones were with a 0.4. So all of those came out great. I'm going to talk about one more, and that's the glitter purple. And I haven't had a lot of chance to print with it, but I managed to get this Pikachu. And he's about 200mm tall. He came out fairly well. I made a bit of a mistake in the slicer. He's hollow, so the slicer missed his head. Now that was my fault. I forgot to change the top pattern, but other than that, the print is perfect. I have no complaints about that filament. So all of those are fairly good prints, and I'm very happy with the way that the filament adheres to itself, especially at the 0.8mm nozzle, which can be harder. There was some lessons I had to learn. For example, Eryone Filament likes to print hotter, so the black stuff I print around 220, and when I don't, that's when problems started to happen. Now, I showed you the good, here's the bad. There is a bin full of black here, and the black was a learning curve. I had some problems with adhesion to start with because of the cooler temperature. So what would happen was it would start printing, and then about an inch up on a print, it would just stop extruding, period. I ended up with a clogged nozzle a few times, but once I learned the temperature, it was great. So our purple filament, this Pikachu, this one was only run through a 0.4mm nozzle. So unlike the black, I used my standard 0.4mm setup. I printed him at 210, and if you're ready for the bizarre fact, that was too hot. If you zoom in on this a little bit, you can see a little tiny bit of flecking up on the ears here, and that was stringing. The stringing happened just because I had the filament temperature too hot. I've dropped it. I'm going to try some new prints here with it now, and I've done a few tests with the bookmarks and such for my wife, and they've turned out okay so far, and I'll let you know how those tests work once I print more. Now the other print I've done with Eryone Filament is a gold silk. So they have a lot of silk colors and some solids and this sparkly glittery. And the silk gold, I was able to print it no problem. It came out quite nice in the end. Here's the screenshot of the time lapse of the Batman that I did. It turned out great. Now here's a flip side of the coin. I know that when I measured some of the diameters of the black and the gold filament, the tolerance was well above 0.05. It was in some spots even 0.2. So we're out of the microns, and we're bumping up a whole level there. But that being said, overall the filament was easy to print. There was a few things to learn. And actually, once I cut off about 2 meters from the black, I basically got into a normalized part of filament. So all in all, I would say that it's been a good experience. Eryone Filament has printed nicely for me. I would definitely buy it again. I would love to try the rainbow filament that they have, so that's probably the next on the docket for me. But that being said, they're a good filament. Give them a try. They have lots of flash sales on Amazon, which brings the price down into a more palatable level. Some of their silk filaments and the rainbow silk can get a little pricey, but the black, the gray, and the white all come in around $26, which is around a normal filament cost for me. I usually try to spend about $22 to $30 on a filament, and I think that with those flash sales and even that $26 regular price, it's worth the try. So there you have it. We have rockets, we have Pikachus, and we have fancy roses. It was sure a lot of fun testing this filament, and I hope you find this quick filament review worth your while. Give them a try. I don't have any links to put down right now, but if we have some, we'll throw a link down to Eryone store in the comment or the description section. You guys are awesome. Remember to hit that subscribe and like button to find new videos when we post them. Have a good one.